SATOR is a film far from the mainstream, but it's one of those films that will latch its ragged claws into you and refuse to let go. Let's dive into the abyss. Welcome back to ML Miller Frights, a part of the Kings of Horror Network. I'm ML Miller. While you might be watching this video on the Kings of Horror Network, I urge you to click over to my ML Miller Frights YouTube page and give it a like. Please share with all of your buddies. Click subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to ring that bell for notifications. SATOR is new on-demand and digital download from 1091 Pictures. It's directed and written by Jordan Graham. The opening moments of SATOR focuses on an elderly woman we come to know as Nani, played by June Peterson, who talks of her waning sanity and an age-old bond she has with an ancient forest entity called SATOR. She speaks of losing herself while drawing and writing, coming up with messages and images that aren't from her own mind. We then get to know one of her grandsons, Adam, played by Gabriel Nicholson, a loner who lives in a cabin in the middle of the Northern California woodlands. Adam spends his days hunting with his faithful dog and seems to feel not alone in the woods lately. His paranoia seems to be on the rise, and Adam sets up trail cams in hopes to catch a glimpse of this monster in the woods he feels is out there. It seems Adam's entire family has been haunted in one way or another by this powerful entity, and it's finally making its move on the family as Adam gets too close to SATOR's lair. SATOR is a richly atmospheric and mesmerizing film that lures you away from safety and never allows you to return. It's a film that feels absolutely personal as it allows the actors to simply be, moving from one scene to the next with very little lines spoken. There's a sense of dread so thick you can almost touch it in damn near every scene of this little film. Writer-director Jordan Graham tells a story that mixes mental illness, family bonds, and the supernatural in a rich and beautiful way at times, horrifying and nerve-shredding at others. This isn't a happy movie. Everyone in this film is tormented or haunted by something, and while Graham and his actors don't come right out and say it, the feeling is present in every scene. SATOR is not going to be for those who need action every second and constant forward momentum. There are plenty of films out there like that, and I think what sets this film apart from the rest is that it is much more about sitting in the moment and noticing things you most likely wouldn't notice as we move through our day-to-day frantic pace. The film rests its camera and lets things emerge from the darkness. This isn't a film with coming-at-you scares. It keeps the camera steady, and the horror creeps out from a section of the darkness so slowly it makes you feel it's always been there and you're just noticing it. There's a minimalist style to this movie. The actors really only have to stare and react, as most of the time they're alone and facing these horrors by themselves. When there are interactions, they're slow and dreamlike, reminiscent of a David Lynch film, as if everyone caught in SATOR's clutches are slogging hip-deep through their own sorrow and madness. If there's a star here, it's June Peterson as Nani, who delivers a genuine and powerful performance as the matriarch of this very ill family. It appears Peterson didn't live to see this film completed, but SATOR exists as a testament to her subtle yet brutally honest performance of a woman who is losing her memories, yet cannot forget the horror that has been haunting her for her lifetime. Sure, it's creepy seeing Nani shamble around the house, but there's a real sense of reverence and sorrow in these scenes as it captures someone who persists despite many losses. Filled with gorgeous scenery of the California forests, minimalist music, minimalist dialogue, and black spaces that threaten to swallow you up if you gaze too long into them, SATOR is equal parts beauty and terror. The imagery of the demons, when they finally do emerge from the blackness, are horrifying and primal. The animal skull-faced monsters have been used a lot recently in films, such as the Wrong Turn remake, The Heretics, and others, but because of simplistic and natural lighting and their ominous placement on the screen, the look hasn't been more terrifying than it is here. SATOR is reminiscent of The Witch, but more so like art films like Hagazusa, The Heathen's Curse, and Antichrist, which immerses the viewer in dark feelings and thoughts and never gives them a chance to wash it off when it comes to an end. It's an art house style film, but one with a very human soul. It bears all and strips the skin from the bone in the way it portrays its haunted and sick characters, The metaphor of mental illness tearing a family apart is abundant in SATOR, making it all the more haunting and unforgettable. I can't wait to see what filmmaker Jordan Graham does next after this extremely personal and soulful achievement. That'll be it for today. Please chime in down below in the comments and let me know how on the nose or mind-numbingly wrong I am, or you can counter with your own review. So guys, you know how YouTube works. I'd love to be able to dedicate more time to this channel. I'm not monetized yet, so if you want to help me out, remember to hit all the pertinent bells and whistles down below. Want some spooky comics to read? I have 2 new horror comic book trade paperbacks you should look out for. Both Gravetrancers and Pirouette, collecting never-before-published issues, can be found in only the finest of comic book shops. If you're looking for written reviews, you can find them on my website, mlmillerwrites.com. If you really want to show your support, I also have a Patreon page at mlmiller. Look for the link to my Patreon page down below. Thank you so much for your time, and take care.
You're doomed to live the life you're meant to be, stuck inside your reality. You're doomed. Oh, you're doomed. You're doomed. God live the life that you are meant to be. Live inside